welcome to another knitting podcast. If you're new here, I don't know, I always feel a bit weird to present myself again, but I think that lately the algorithms and everything are doing very weird things to my channel. So my name is Marina with a Y. I'm from Ukraine, but for the past 11 years almost, I live here in Palermo in Sicily, in the south of Italy, on an island. I'm a writer. I love to do many things by hands because I'm constantly, permanently stressed by life and by work. Before it was work and life, but now it's the other way around. You can probably guess why. So if you like my channel, please consider subscribing, liking this video, and I don't know, maybe writing me a couple of words if my content brings you any type of value, because as far as I can see, YouTube doesn't want people to know about my channel, but it's all okay. So new year, new podcast. It's been a while since I filmed another one. I hope that I will post this video after everything that I knit in 2024. So if you're interested in everything that I knit last year, you can reference to that video. Yeah, today we're going to be speaking about some of the things that I knitted in the past couple of months, because last one I posted, I think it was in December, and I think I posted it when I was already in Nepal. I went to Nepal for Christmas and New Year's to meet my partner's family, and we stayed there for quite a long time. We brought a group with us, so they joined us after some time, and we had a very nice trip with them. But before that, we also had some trips. And I'm going to be speaking a little bit about that today also. I have some things to share. Normally, when I'm not posting for 2 months, normally I have more things. But this time it was not super productive time for me, because during the trip it was difficult to knit. So I'm all good with that. I don't have any problems with not having super many finished objects. But yeah, I hope it will be still interesting for you. We will start with some small things. I have 3 finished objects as far as I can remember at this point, and 1 object that I remade a little bit. So first one are going to be these mittens. These are Drops snowflake mittens. It's a free pattern on Drops website. I just had some Drops yarn left, and I made them in the navy blue is Drops Nepal, and this is the one that was suggested in the pattern. I was considering buying a skein or a ball of white Drops Nepal to make the contrast, because I really like navy blue and white. But at the same time, I was like, no, I want to try and knit from the stash. So the pink, I don't know if it reads, but it's kind of like pastel-y pink. It's a combination of yarn. One is rest of yarn from my pink meditation socks from last year. It was kind of, I was just trying to hit the gauge with the combination of yarns. It's a little bit thicker and it's a little bit more peachy than I would prefer, so it's kind of like not something that I would ever wear next to my face, because I'm more of a cool tone person. But for socks it was great, and here also I wanted to use, because it's lovely yarn and I wanted to use it, and I used it with the strand of Drops Flora in color 21, I think. It's just pink. It's the one that I used for this sweater as well. So it worked quite nicely. The only thing is that maybe I didn't hit the gauge, and I didn't do the gauge swatch for mittens. But I think they're a little bit shorter than I would prefer them to be, because the rib starts like around here, and I would prefer to start where it's supposed to. I'm thinking maybe I will try to knit another pair with the same pattern at some point, because I still have two balls of black Drops Nepal, and I have some white left now, because I bought a little bit more for a project that I'm making. So maybe I will knit them in the future again. But nonetheless, if you're in the need of very cute, easy color work mittens, this is the pattern to go. Especially if you want to try a free pattern before investing in something else. So definitely my big recommendations. I was wearing them, like it's not super cold here definitely, but my hands are always cold, so I'm wearing them in the evening, especially when we go out something like for a drink or something to see our friends. Great thing, great piece to have. The next finished object is going to be an Oslo hat. Last year I knitted 2 of them. This is the 3rd one. This one I started knitting in Nepal. It has, I actually stole this idea from Paige from 2 Pearls in the Pod, because I was really super mega inspired by her trips, by her travels that she was on. She was like on a super long, 6 months long trip around the world, which was great to follow. And I really liked everything that she was bringing, like as an idea. No, it was kind of, she was going way before me, before I went to Nepal, and I only went for 3 weeks, a little bit more than 3 weeks, I think. And she went for 6 months, but I was super inspired by her, like the consideration of the projects, what is going to be packing well, what is going to take less space but bring you more joy. And at some point she was speaking that she was saying that when she was in somewhere in the South America, she saw many of the beanies or hats sold there with patches from the places where, from more touristic places, and the beanies were not great, but she liked the idea, so she bought a patch and she knitted an Oslo hat. And I was already planning to knit an Oslo hat, so it was perfect. And I also bought a patch, so it's an Oslo hat. I started it in Nepal during my trip, and I finished it already here in Italy. It's it's Sandnes Garn, 1 second, I don't remember, I have no memory for these things. It's Sandnes Garn Sunday that I used 1 and a little bit of another ball. Its color is 7272. It's kind of this kind of green, a little bit petroleum green color. And also Tynn silk mohair, which is a little bit different. It's 7281, and I couldn't find the corresponding Sunday at all anywhere. So I bought 2 balls of this one. I finished 1 and a little bit from this one, and from the rest I want to make a pair of fingerless gloves. But I'm not in a hurry to do it straight ahead. But anyways, I knitted the hat. Also with the group we went for a trek, we went for trekking for 3 days, and it's kind of like kind of famous route. It's not super long, it's 3 days as I said. It's also known as Punil trek or Punhil, I don't know. Normally, as I heard the Nepalese people, they also don't pronounce the H in this name, so Punil probably. And we bought for everyone this type of patches for the trek. And we were a group of 9, we bought 10 of them, me and my boyfriend, for the group as presents for surviving the trek. And so I have 2 of them, 1 will go on my trekking backpack and the second one will go on this hat. So I still didn't attach it, but this is how it's going to look. I'm very happy with this hat. I made some modifications from my previous experience, because the first one I knitted was way too long for me, and that fabric didn't have enough drape, so it was kind of like a little bit, it gave me a little bit of a weird head shape. This one I knitted a little bit shorter, so it doesn't have much space here in the crown, and it's very convenient this way. So I finished, I blocked it, and now I just need to attach the patch and I can wear it. And the 3rd finished object is this one, which is like my pride and joy, and something that completely took away all of my brain power for some time, because I just fell in love with it and I needed to start it straight ahead. It's not blocked, just finished, doesn't have any, it only has the stitch markers where the buttons should be. This is a Traveler or Travelers, I'm not sure, cardigan by Ozetta. It's knitted in Manchelopi, and that's why actually it clouded my brain completely, and I abandoned everything that I was planning to knit before that, because I had lots of Manchelopi. I had like, over the years I bought so many plates, and I gave away many of them and everything, but I had like 4 plates left, and the pattern said that I need, for my size, the size that I wanted to knit, I needed like more than 4. And I was like, okay, I will try with 4. I would prefer to knit it all out and just not to have it in my stash. And then if I will need more, then I will buy more. In the end, it was a great decision, because as you see, I have a whole plate, and I also have like around 10 grams maybe left from the previous one, maybe even a little bit more. And the cardigan is ready. As you can see, it's not just Manchelopi. I tried to knit just from it, and it was a little bit, it's kind of not the same thing that I would prefer to wear on myself, because I'm more of a, as I said, I'm more of a cool tone person, and it was kind of like, it was giving the vibes of like, I think it's in Italian it would be called like antique rose or something like that. It was not something that I would prefer to wear, but I decided to mix it with this mohair that I bought absolutely accidentally. I didn't realize, which it's like joke on me, because I needed to know that silk mohair lux would be like, lux means light in Latin, and in general, like normally if it's something is lux in the name, there is a very big chance that it will have a sparkle. Here I don't think if you can see it, but it has a strand of lurex here in mohair, and I didn't know what to do with it for a very long time. I was just kind of like wondering whether I should knit it, whether I should sell it, what should I do. And here it was a great addition to this yarn, because I knitted it in 2 strands of Manchelopi, 1 strand of this mohair, so it's kind of like, there is a sparkle, but it's like barely noticeable, and you can really search for it, but it gave it a little bit more life and light. And then I added also Make It Tweed by Rico design. This is what I have left from the second ball. It's this type of, it's kind of like this very thin, or focus back. It's very thin strand of yarn with this tweedy bits on it. And so now it's everything that I ever wanted, honestly. It's kind of like this, my answer to the Chanel jacket, because it has a little bit of like a tweediness and a little bit of sparkle and the pink color, and it has this very interesting texture, and at the same time it has the shape of a bomber jacket. So I cannot wait to wear it. I finished it 2 days ago, I think. Yeah, I think like around 2 days ago, and I was not blocking it because I knew that probably I will film the podcast. After this, now I can block it, I can attach the buttons, and I bought pink buttons, pink lilac buttons, and I can start wearing it. I cannot wait. This is it for finished objects. We can pass to some of the whips that I have. I don't have actually that many, and it kind of makes me happy, because I was trying to kind of like liberate all of my needles before the end of the year, and I think I had like, before I started some of the, I spoke about this in the previous podcast, before I started one sweater that I will show you now, I had like 1 whip left, and it's a shawl that I didn't make any progress on since then, but I'm very proud of myself. So the first whip that I started, it's just 2 cuffs from the Hibernal Socks by Summer Lee. Again, once again, also the idea that I took from 2 Pearls in the Pod. I think it's like both of them, I think were like Sarah, I think she made a pair of socks, and Paige was planning to make them during the trip, but then in the end it didn't work out. But anyways, I fell in love with this pattern and I really wanted to make them, so I finally started. I'm making them in this, it's Italian yarn as far as I remember. It's First Class Tweed sock yarn by Mayflower. It's excuse me. It looks like this. It has this tweedy bits inside, and you will see the theme that I was going for, because I started these socks, and as I probably also said before, I'm not knitting socks 1 by 1 anymore, because I cannot. My tension can change a little bit, and I would prefer, like over time, and I would prefer to have 2 socks that are as similar as possible, because otherwise it will bother me to no extent. I cannot even describe it. It's just like, no one will ever know this but me, but I'm the person who matters in this sense, because it's going to be just bothering me every time I will wear them. So I have them in my sock project bag that I made myself some time ago, and I'm working on them a little bit. And this is not the only pair of socks that I'm planning for now. The only thing that is stopping me for now is that I only have 1 pair of sock needles that I actually like to use, because I don't knit on 5 needles, I don't like it. And I don't knit on small circulars anymore, because once again I started knitting them 2 socks at the same time. But as I said, you can see the theme here, because my next whip is something that you already saw, but I've made quite a lot of progress on it. It's my Kelly Genser by Sandnes Garn. It's the pattern for 4.5 millimeters. Yeah, because they have it in different gauge. It's 4.5 millimeters, I think. Here we are. I'm almost actually at the end of the main part of the body, and I'm going to be starting the twisted rib section soon. It will have 12 centimeters of twisted rib from the bottom, and it has this beautiful detailing under the arm, no? So the twisted rib goes along the raglan line, and then it unites here under the arm and goes down. I love this pattern. I loved it for a very long time. Now I'm knitting it in also this tweedy yarn. It's called Alpaca. One second. I have a tag here. Alpaca Tweed by Lanar Emporio. It's a brand, Italian brand of yarn. They have a shop in Milan. It's 80% wool and 20% alpaca. The color is I have no idea, 3.700 probably. They have many colors, and I'm actually considering, because I love this yarn so much. It's fingering weight, so definitely it's more it's not the super huge gauge, and you cannot really fly through it as through many other things, but I'm really enjoying the process. I'm really enjoying the result, and I would consider buying it maybe in Bordeaux or green. Would be lovely to have something in these colors. Maybe even double stranding it and knitting some more of a chunkier cardigan or something. And I'm using it together with Drops Kid Silk Mohair that I'm trying not to use anymore from this year, but I still have some in stash, so I need to use it up. This one is color 38. I'm pretty sure it's called Chalk. It's this color. It's kind of like off-white, but not leaning yellow. It's leaning more gray, which I highly appreciate, because as I said, I'm not a warm tone person, so it's highly appreciated that it doesn't have yellow undertone. This sweater, I hope that next time it will be finished. I'm returning to it a little bit more after I finished with my craziness about the traveler's cardigan. I can finally wear that one because I was super obsessed with it, and I can now wear this one and work more on that one, because it's going to be also one of the knits that I will definitely love. I can already feel it. Every time I try it, I cannot wait for it to be finished. And the only reason I still didn't knit the sleeves, because normally I'm, as soon as I can, I'm normally finishing one ball of yarn until when, like after splitting for sleeves, and from there I straight ahead go and knit the sleeves and then continue the body. The only problem there is that the balls of yarn from Lanar they're so big, and it's fingering weight. It's 100 grams balls. It's how many meters? Sorry, should have been more prepared probably. It's obviously very generous meterage as it's fingering weight. It's 100 grams, 370 meters. So it's yeah, it takes some time to finish the balls. So yeah, this whip is going smoothly. Just the only thing is that I would prefer, like, maybe when the ball will finish, I will actually knit the sleeves first and then continue with the ribbing, just because it puts my mind at peace. I already know that the sleeves are done. I don't have the second sleeve syndrome at this point, so sleeve island, I'm just at peace with everything. Everything is done, then I just have to do the rib, and then I'm all good. My next sweater, like bigger whip, is a sweater. It's I started it quite recently, but I kind of messed up. I am a part of a call in Ukraine, organized by Ukrainian knitter and yarn dyer. How do you say it? It's like yarn hand dyer. Anyways, a lovely person who is a knitter, and she also dyes yarn by hand, and it's beautiful. I bought quite a few skeins from her when I was in Ukraine, and after that also, so maybe if I will make a video about all of my sock yarn, I will speak about her a little bit more. So this is sweater number 15 by My Favorite Things Knitwear. Wow, it looks amazing on the camera. I wasn't expecting this. It's very different than in real life. It's completely like fully cabled sweater, but it's not as intimidating as it might seem. If you never knit cables, I'm pretty sure that this is the sweater that you can, with which you can start, because it's not that many repeats. It's like it's easy. The only thing that maybe can be a little bit more tricky is the increases in the cable, but it's all explained. The issue is I need to still I was thinking to try and block it. I don't know. I kind of messed up because I forgot one of the increases here on the back part, on the back part of the shoulder. It needs to have one more increase, and this kind of influences everything else, no? So the width and everything. And I already finished the back part, and I started one of the shoulders when I realized that. Now I need to decide. I realized it only a couple of days ago, so now I need to decide whether I will just continue or whether I need to return back, rip back up until here and add one more repeat. I'm kind of calm about that, honestly. I think that in the past probably I would have been a little bit more, how to say, not desperate, but I would have been a little bit more annoyed by that. Obviously, like many things in Ukraine are right now, it's kind of like a charity call, so I donated some money and everything, and for me it's all good. I'm just working on it. It's not a race, it's nothing like that. If I will not finish it now, I will finish it in autumn, and I will be super happy to wear it when the weather is getting cooler, so it's all good. As for the yarn, I have this Germanina yarn, which is Italian. I have no idea when it was made because I bought it from someone on Vinted, and it's distributed by someone in Torino, Italy. 100% wool, but it's a superwash wool. I bought it actually because I was thinking that I will knit my blanket for my niece from this yarn, but in the end I decided against it, and so I'm using it for the sweater. If you can see that it's kind of, it looks, first of all, now the light is ridiculous because it's kind of like, it was supposed to rain, now it's not raining, it's kind of like, it glows from inside. It's not that red, it's Bordeaux color, but it's Bordeaux that is leaning a little bit like warmer, and I'm mixing it with this Mohair. This one is Sesia Vivienne, which is also an Italian, it's one of my favorite mohairs in all entire world. It's silk mohair, 70% mohair, 30 silk. It's called Sesia Vivienne, as I said, color 0956. It's kind of this like aubergine color. On the website it was called aubergine. So yeah, they look very different like this. They're not that they're different in color, but they're not as different in real life. And it gives me very interesting marled fabric, which I really like, because the darker mohair, I think it kind of like underlines the cables. Oh, now it looks very different, I think, the part that they have right now. Yeah. So anyways, I'm not getting annoyed with myself. Like, things happen, you can mess up. It's better to mess up in knitting, that is your hobby and that you already like to do, than in something else. So it's not a big problem. Once again, it's a charity call, so I'm happy that I donated money. I'm happy that my money are going to a good place, and so just patience, good vibes. I'm pretty sure that I will rip it back and I will reknit that part, but it's not a problem. There's new season of Valeria on Netflix. That's going to do it. Another whip that I have that I want to show you, and then I think I will pass to some of my plants. No, maybe there is another one, but it's not even, like, it's ridiculous. It's not even a whip. Okay, I'm making this one. It's called Vegas Top by Susan Muller. It's an interesting. This is something that I started simply because I had some yarn left, It's this Lana Gatto Merinocot from Lana Gatto. Merinocot in these colors. I had my Triscao sweater, Triscao pullover knit in the fall. I knitted from this yarn, and I had quite a lot left. But in the end, it was obviously not enough for the whole garment. But anyways, it's a top. I'm knitting it. Her sample is just all in one color. I'm trying to adapt it to my needs because I had white left and this kind of like petrol, sea blue, I don't know how to describe this color left. And my sweater, my Triscao sweater, is white with this contrast stripes. This one I'm making all in this color, and this is the new ball that I needed to buy in order to finish it. And then I have white. I'm using white for the detailing on the neckline and on the arms, and also I'm going to have a few stripes. Like I already passed my bust line. Now it's going to have a few, I'm going to make a few white stripes, and then the rest will be finished in this color, and in the bottom it will have also this white I-cord. It's going to be a little bit like tennis sport athletic inspired, not athleisure, but like athletic, cute athletic wear inspired, more like a tennis top or something. And I'm going to, I hope that I will finish it quite fast because it's just knitting in the round on 4mm needles. It's like nothing too intricate. The only thing is that now I need to change colors every couple of rows, but it's all good. It's progressing very fast. I think I put it all in the round in like one evening. So like from starting the back and everything, it's quite a fast process, and it's kind of more of a spring knit, obviously. And it's interesting. I'm never the one who knits in advance. I'm always like, the Christmas arrives almost, and like Christmas is in 1 week, and I'm like, damn it, I wanted to knit a Christmas sweater. But this time I'm working a little bit ahead of time, which is weird for me. Honestly, I don't know if like I'm happy about that, but it's interesting. And the last work in progress that I have, it's this one, but it's not even like I'm going to frog it. It's just something that I was trying to do. I was trying to knit Pearl Soho's, it's called something like simple rib hat or something like that. I have this 100% alpaca that I bought in Porto when I was there on a work trip in the beginning of December. And I wanted to knit this hat, but I already don't like how the stitches are lying down, and I remember this from knitting with 100% alpaca before. I think that I will try to find something to hold it with. Maybe, actually, I have some very thin gray cashmere. Maybe I will try to mix them together and see if the stitches will be a little bit more defined, like more acceptable. Because right now it's all going different ways, and I don't know whether I need to change the needles, whether I need to, like, I don't know what I need to do for it to be a little bit nicer and more refined. But at this point I'm not a fan of it, so I just have it here in my in the small bag, and I think that first I need to frog it, then I will decide what to do. But I wanted to knit a gray hat, like simple ribbed beanie. Now to the fun part. Let's speak a little bit about my plans, what I'm planning to knit. First one is this. I have this, as I said, the burgundy Bordeaux yarn that I showed you before. It was supposed to be a part of the blanket for my niece. In the end I decided against it, simply because it was too thin, and I couldn't buy more of that yarn because I just bought the quantity that that person was selling, and I cannot find the same yarn, and even if I would, it will require me too much effort, honestly, because once again it's too thin. It's like, yeah. Then I found this one. I have 8 balls of it. It's also Italian yarn, but it's also superwash, but it's a little bit thicker. It's Bertagna Filati Gioia Baby. Here it is. it has this kind of it's kind of this fun yarn, and this one was quite easy to find more, and I am currently waiting, like, so in a couple of days my order needs to arrive from the seller, and I ordered it in more of this kind of like turquoise yarn and more of a kind of like purplish something yarn. And with the one that I ordered, it should be enough for me to knit a blanket for my niece. I'm going to be knitting the Sweet Shop blanket by Laura Penrose, and it's going to be, this one is going to be the main color, and those ones are going to be the contrast colors. So it's going to be, I'm going to make them one in turquoise, one in purple, one in turquoise, one in purple. I already have my schematics colored out, and I'm just waiting for that yarn to start my first swatch, my first square, not even a swatch, my first square, because I'm not going to be making a swatch for this. I just want to, maybe I will do a couple of rows on the needles in order to see if I like the fabric, but in general I'm not super like it's not like I need to hit the gauge in order for it to fit. I'm hoping that I'm using I already calculated how I can make it a little bit bigger, so the bigger it will be, the better. It's not like no one ever, as someone said in some podcast, no one ever complained about the blanket being too big. So this is it. My niece, she's 1 year and 3 months now, 2 months, yeah. She's my little pumpkin. I love her to pieces. She lives in Ukraine. Unfortunately, I cannot see her very often, but I don't know, I would knit everything for her. I would knit only for her. I would be her personal stylist. But yeah, at this point it's the way it is. So I knitted her a sweater last year and a hat, like kind of like, how do you call it? Not a hat, like the one with a bonnet, baby bear bonnet by Knitting for Olive. Now I'm going to knit her this blanket, and I also have a plan to knit her a sweater, so we will see. In general, she's going to be very spoiled by me in this sense. I don't have that many things planned at this point, like that I want to start at this point, because I'm kind of going with the flow. If last year I had this chaotic cast on energy, and I don't mind it. By the end of the year, I didn't want to start anything. I wanted to just clear everything and start from clean slate. Now I also get this idea of like wanting to start more things. So if I will want to start 2 other sweaters tonight, it's not a big deal for me. I will allow myself this because life is chaotic and weird, and this is something that brings me lots of joy and helps me deal with many things. So I have this Renew wool that I showed in the previous podcast, I think. It's something very interesting because it says that it's made in Turkey by designed exclusively in the USA. No idea. It's very interesting yarn. It knits up beautifully. It's 100% wool, but some of it is reclaimed wool, kind of. I don't know if it's visible to you right now, but it has so much variegation here because it has a little bit of pink, it has a little bit of turquoise, a little bit of blue, and overall it's kind of this like beautiful beige, grayish, something like that color, which I absolutely love, and I think it kind of looks good on me because it's cooler. So with something fresher, like with white tank, it will look great. And I'm judging by how much I'm wearing my no frills cardigan, which is longer cardigan that I knitted last year. I want to knit another one, not the no frills. And my idea is that I would like to, once again, probably inspired by Two Pearls in the Pod, if I'm not mistaken, I want to knit Moulinet cardigan by Lenit or Lenholm Samsa in this yarn. I made a swatch. This is the only thing that I made for now, but I'm thinking that I will make that cardigan. Maybe I will make it a little bit more oversized because I want to make it longer. I have about 15 balls of this yarn and I want to use all of them if I can. Probably I will add pockets. I will make it long and I will probably add pockets. This one is 50 grams, 100 meters. So it's actually not that much if you consider. I'm going to be starting it very soon. I wanted to make this Moulinet cardigan because I really like the shoulder detail. first of all, and second of all, no frills. The one that I already have, the pattern, it's a raglan construction. I cannot deal with raglans anymore. I'm the one from the sweater that I'm knitting right now from Sandnes Garn. It's like the last one. While I was knitting it, I was like, I need to take a break from raglans. I want different shoulder construction, at least not the classical raglan where you have this kind of like the mathematical increases every other round. I need to knit something else. I cannot deal with this anymore. So I'm taking a break from it, and I'm going to be knitting this Moulinet cardigan most probably. Most probably I will start it very soon because I want it for spring. I want this like longer, different color cardigan because the previous one I wear so much. I wear it so much and I get so many compliments. And yeah, so hopefully it will all work out. This is from something that is very current now from what I want to knit. Then I had an opportunity to visit last week. I had an opportunity to visit LoveYarnMadrid, which is like kind of yarn fair, yarn festival, yarn event, knitters event, no? And actually, like in 2 words, I will insert a few clips from there. It was honestly not the best experience because I wrote them many times. First of all, the website is only in Spanish. I speak Spanish. So I checked it as soon as I heard about this event because our friends live in Madrid. We were anyways thinking to go and visit them. And I was thinking like, why not? I can combine 2 things. Me and my boyfriend, we will go to visit our friends, and I will also go and see some yarn, and it will be like a win-win for everyone. I couldn't find any information, like literally nothing, not one word about how to buy tickets. I wrote them 2 emails. No one replied to me. I saw only the tickets that were sold for workshops with kind of like, as far as I understand, like important designers in Spain. Nothing came out of that. I wrote them once again in January. I already had tickets, mind you. I already had everything planned for the trip. I was like, okay, so I will just not go to the event. I will go to see my friends. Me and my partner, we will go to see my friends. I wrote them once again. I said, can you please reply to me? They told me the tickets are all sold out. So like, yes, of course. Since I wrote you so many times, of course the tickets were sold out. Anyways, it was not possible to buy tickets. They said you can go there and try to stay in queue, but like there will be waiting time and everything. Which at this point I was already like, I understand that organizing a big fair. I used to plan very big events in my line of work. And I know that it can be very chaotic, but at the same time, like please, like the only thing that it takes is write 2 words on your website. I wouldn't even write to you. There was no information about that. So I changed my opinion a couple of times because I was thinking like, okay, if it's organized this way, I'm not by myself, I'm with my partner, I'm with my friends. Like if I will take them there and it will be chaotic and we will need to stand for like 3 hours in the line, it makes no sense. I will not do that. So I changed my mind a couple of times, and in the last moment, I decided, okay, no, we will go. My partner said that he will come with me. We went together. First of all, we stood in line for a very long time. When we arrived, we got in line. We were 3rd in line, and no one told us anything. There were people who were like organizers. They were just coming out from the door and looking at us. And I was pretty sure that they were looking how many, like when more people will accumulate in the line, in the queue, then they will come out and sell the tickets. Unfortunately, the lady who was the first one there, she was super angry. She was like really angry with them, and I could hear that. She was asking them about that. People were either not replying, some of them, like they had badges of organizers. They were looking at us, they were not replying. And another guy who passed, he said, okay, yeah, we're waiting for some people to go out from there. But I could see that people were going out continuously from the venue, and nothing was changing. Finally, a lady came and she sold us tickets, and she was actually quite nice for a change. But yeah, the organizational aspect was not great at all, by no means. At the same time, like I don't want to complain too much because whatever, yeah, it's not the biggest problem in the world, just that my experience, it was a little bit chaotic and a little bit difficult to get into. Anyways, my experience. No, probably other people had better experience than me, because if you bought tickets online, you just entered, you scanned the ticket, you go there, you have fun, you buy lots of yarn. Most probably you will enjoy it much more. At the same time, the sellers were amazing. There were so many nice people, there was such a nice atmosphere, and I was just going from booth to booth, like literally just enjoying myself, looking at beautiful yarn. And I didn't want to buy many things. I didn't want to buy like a sweater quantity, because there was many hand-dyed yarns, which is like, first of all, they're more expensive. Second of all, I don't think that I'm the type of person who can wear fully hand-dyed, variegated garment, at least not at this point in my life, because I'm all for simplicity. But I bought, first of all, I bought this pack of minis, 5 minis. This is the brand that is called Yarnity. I think they were Spanish. They were ladies, at least they were speaking Spanish. And I bought it from them because I potentially would like to make, as I said, I'm going to be making the sweet shop blanket by Laura Penrose for my niece. And I'm technically potentially thinking that maybe if I will, because I have lots of sock yarn, I have lots of fingering weight yarn, and I'm thinking that potentially maybe at some point I will make Stella quilt blanket. And it's going to be my longer, like, process driven project. And then I found a beautiful stand by Lithuanian hand dyers, and actually it was so cute because I love the solidarity that me as Ukrainian and in general, like, we have in Eastern Europe with the countries that are not participating in aggression. So I love it. I had many experiences like that, and I always found the best, I had the best conversations with people from like Lithuania, Slovakia, Czech Republic, Poland, everywhere. And so they were Lithuanian hand dyers, and they came from Lithuania, and they were asking me like, you were here last year, right? I was like, no, never. And then I said, no, but we are kind of like neighbors. And they're like, yeah, that's why. Probably that's why you look familiar, because you have the kind of like the facial details, I don't know, like face of Eastern Europe, basically, which I definitely do, I think. So anyways, they called Apmezga. I have no idea how to spell it correctly. I'm so sorry. They were super nice, and so I decided that I will, first of all, they had beautiful yarns also, and it was not as expensive as some of the other ones that I saw there. So first of all, I bought this skein of sock yarn. It's 75 merino, 25 nylon. It's called Ursa Major. It's this variegated, like, kind of brownish beige colors, and I have a specific project for this, because then I bought 2 minis. This one, which is kind of this like chocolatey brown color. It's called Ursa Minor, which is so cute. This one also 75 merino superwash and 25 nylon. And then this one that is accent color. And I'm planning to knit these socks by Stone Knits or Charlotte Stone. I've never knitted, or at least I don't remember about that. Colorwork socks, like fully colorwork, I mean in general colorwork socks, never knitted, never made in my life. So I was looking at this pattern for a very long time. I have both of her books in digital form. Didn't knit any of them. I'm just admiring the beauty of her designs. And so I'm going to be knitting, this is going to be the main color, and these are going to be the coffee cups color, and this one is going to be the accent. I really wanted to follow, apart from this, I really wanted to follow the color scheme. And this one I will need just a little bit. So probably it will also be, at some point, it will also join the potential Stella quilt blanket. For me, this was definitely worth it, because it was absolutely beautiful small businesses, very nice people, beautiful yarns, beautiful colors. I had lots of fun in the end overall. I didn't remember if I spoke about this on this channel, but when I was going to Nepal, I had this big goal of mine to find yak wool, because it's the place of yaks, no, it's their country. So I really wanted to find it, and it was not as easy as I hoped, but it was also not as difficult. I found, just by accident, we found it with my boyfriend. We were walking at night in Tamil, which is like this beautiful, like more touristic place of Kathmandu. It was before the group arrived. I think it was like when we came back from our trips before that to Kathmandu in order to wait for our group. So we were just walking around and we saw that there was just yarn, not even in skeins, just in hanks, I don't know, hanging out outside, and it was like kind of red and yellow, which are not really, those tonalities were like really not my cup of tea. And I was thinking, like, if he will not have anything else, I will still buy it, but maybe I will use it for something else, for a blanket, for a cushion, something like that. But then when we went inside the shop, this gentleman, he had lots of yarn. So I bought this, I bought two types, two colors. First one is this, it's kind of this darker gray color. He told me that it's 50% sheep wool, and he didn't know which kind of sheep, and 50% yak wool. And he told me that, I asked him, is it possible to find 100% yak wool? He was like, yak wool on your body? Ew, no. Like 100% yak? No. I don't know, didn't try, but this one feels quite nice, and I think it was spun by hand, and you can definitely see it because it was in these huge loops, and I used my yarn winder to yarn winder the umbrella, how do you call it? Anyways, I used tools to cake them up, and it had some places where I saw that it was not, it was kind of, it looked like, a little bit like unspun yarn, like Manchelopi in some places. And yeah, it's just I was so happy when I found it. Anyways, this is the other color that I found. It's this green, and I wanted to buy more of this one, but he had like 3 hanks of it, and the third one was a little bit different color, but you can really see it. I could see it in the evening in the shop under the light. I could see that it was different, so it was probably even more visible in the daylight. For example, here, I don't know if you will be able to see. Here, this part is like definitely not as spun as the other ones. So I have around 300 something grams of both of them, of each of them. And while I still don't know what I will do with the green one, because it's for my size and for my preferred fit, it will not be enough probably. Even though, like, I will try, I don't know yet, because I don't know how it will knit up. While this one, I'm thinking to knit a type of a shawl, a type of a scarf. I was thinking about Sophie shawl, but I don't know. I knitted Sophie scarf in the past, and yeah, I can agree completely with everyone who says that it's not as intuitive as it seems. It seems like something like nothing, but on the other hand, if you're not counting your rows, you will be so off. It's so easy to be off. You don't see any of the increases under the I-cord, so it's kind of a project where you need to be a little bit more focused than I prefer to. At the same time, maybe it will be the better choice because it's just so simple and will let the wool shine, and I can just, once again, I can just use up everything. I can just knit up until the half of my yarn and then go with the creases. So that's it. I think that this is it. This is everything that I wanted to speak to you about. Maybe another two small things. First of all is this yarn. You will see that it's like super mega. You can see that it kind of like gives the ramen noodles vibes. Just because I just unraveled it. It's 100% cashmere from cardigan, like very small form-fitting cardigan that at some point I bought in a thrift shop in Kiev when I was still living there, and I was wearing it around the house. It was just like, I was like, what can be more luxe than having your loungewear made in cashmere, especially if you can buy it for the thrift shop prices. It's this beautiful green, kind of like khaki military green color that I really like. But the cardigan, it got some holes over the years, and obviously it was like I was not going to be wearing it anymore. So I'm unraveling it a little bit, and I'm planning to knit Olive's vest, this one from Knitting for Olive book. I will try at least. I don't know, I still didn't do any swatches. I still didn't try to get in the to get the gauge, because it's obviously very thin cashmere, so we will see if I will manage. At the same time, like, I think that with the West it can be more cropped than it's supposed to be, so I don't know. If you can see, like here I still have some parts that I didn't manage to unravel yet, because it takes some time. And then I have like I have four balls already caked up, which is nice. And the other thing, the last thing that I wanted to speak about is this one. It's actually, if you have Amazon in your country, I think you can order it and you can have it, and you can, I don't know if there are many people who are watching knitting podcasts who are also cross-stitching, but anyways, one of my friends in Ukraine, like already quite many years ago, she started her business with her friend, and they're making cross-stitching kits. And here's one of them that I managed to buy from Amazon here in Italy. It's called Wheel of the Year. It's absolutely beautiful. It's this vegan calendar, with all the holidays, and it just arrived for me a couple of weeks ago. I ordered it through Amazon. It arrived to me by post. I didn't need to pay anything else, like no duties, no delivery, no nothing. And it comes with I will show you very quickly. It comes with all of your yarn in an organizer. All of the threads, all of the color threads in the organizer. And then it has the colorful pattern. And it also has a needle. It also has a piece of, obviously has a piece of fabric to cross stitch and everything. I'm just so impressed. I bought it with my own money. My friend is like I just consulted her. I said, it's so freaking beautiful. Can I buy it? She said, yes, you can buy it from Amazon. I ordered it and it arrived, and it's just gorgeous. I used to cross stitch quite a lot when I was in school. And then from time to time I'm returning to it as my hobby, but not for a long time actually at this point. So now I'm very excited. I had a few projects that I kind of started in the past year but didn't continue with them, but this one I'm really excited to stitch, especially considering that it's a calendar. It can be a longer project, so I'm thinking to maybe stitch it on to work on it during the holidays, during the important dates. So the next one will be in March. Should be in March, 21st, 22nd. Anyways, I will get back to you on that. So yeah, this Wheel of the Year, her business is called Povitrula. Povitrula is the creature from Ukrainian mythology, which is also super nice. And if you're interested, you will be supporting a small Ukrainian business, but also you will get an amazing thing, an amazing project out of it. And I have some of her designs. Maybe in the future I will show you some of her designs. I have the ones that I cross stitch. I also have framed in my bedroom, just that now I didn't think to bring them here. Okay, that's it. Thank you so much for your attention. I hope that this video was interesting for you and maybe it gave you some ideas. See you in the next video. Bye.